This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, I'm here with my only friends, but my number one ain't in the building today.
Nope, he's gone.
He's gone, but his little buddies are here to fill in for him. So, you know, we're going to get shit popping today. We also have the lovely poker face Ash in the building, Miss Ashley Frank. Before we introduce you, though.
Too late. We just introduced him.
Hi, Ash.
Fuck. What's up?
What's up, Ashley?
Before we get into it, if you got a little extra cash in your pocket and looking for a great way to spend it, I've got the perfect idea for you. This week's title sponsor, DraftKings Casino, is offering an awesome deal for all new customers. Sign up using promo code FRIENDSPOD, deposit at least $25 into your account, and you'll receive $50 in casino credit. Easy as that. The DraftKings Casino is Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and West Virginia. Check it out with this bonus code if that's your thing. Otherwise, download and play DraftKings Fantasy Sports, especially as the NFL playoffs are around the corner. Type hashtag sponsor in the chat and head to DraftKings Casino app right now. Sign up using friends code. Sign up using promo code FRIENDSPOD. Make a $25 deposit, and DraftKings will give you $50 casino credit. What's popping, guys?
What is happening, Conrad? You had a pretty crazy weekend, didn't you?
It's been a fun
you
week.
And Corey, yeah.
It's been a fun week. Like, let's just, going over the week. There was so much things that happened. We had the WPT main event, the Ladies Championship yesterday. This fucking runner escaped from me.
Got away.
I don't even understand how all this happened.
Oh, man.
Like, it's just absolutely out of control.
How close were you? You were on the tail, hot on his tail? No, you were pretty far away, weren't you?
So.
Touchy subject, Brian.
Oh, I know. It's okay.
So when it comes down to it, nobody that was following the runner knew who the runner was.
Nobody.
Until about 24 hours, maybe 48 hours before the competition closed.
Oh my gosh, this is all coming together for me because someone came up to me asking me the weirdest freaking questions.
Oh my God, did they say that?
Ask if you, if you like rabbit hunting? Or how you feel about rabbit hunting?
And I was like, what the fuck are you asking me this for? I'm sitting there trying to give like a diplomatic answer, like, well, I think it slows down the game.
They got a camera right in your face.
And then she cuts me off and she's like, okay, never mind.
Oh my God, was it Maureen?
No, it was somebody else. I can't remember their name, but.
I mean, I'm surprised more like vloggers and influencers in the poker community hasn't had this happen to, because it's just like, it's a free roll, right? Just to go up to, I mean, sure, it's a little embarrassing, I guess, but like you just go up to somebody and ask them that question.
I legit thought I was getting interviewed, and I'm like, and then she's like, "Never mind, you're not the rabbit or whatever."
The runner.
Yeah, the runner.
The rabbit.
Yeah, it was so crazy. So like, hats off to poker.org. That was an awesome
Really cool
competition.
Yes,
it was really cool how like it was just like a great storyline. Everything was put together very well, and it was just really cool. But this motherfucker had a disguise on. By the way, it was slow poker. What is it, slow poker?
Slow poker, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the runner.
He was wearing disguises everywhere he goes. How the fuck were we supposed to recognize him?
Oh, and you know what? He shaved his head, and I didn't even recognize him. Even we've done meetup games together, and I had no idea it was him.
Yeah.
Because he cut his hair.
I am honestly not sure about the.
Look at this.
That's what I'm getting at.
He's dressing up like as an old man.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
With a mask on?
So like there's a lot of
I feel like that's not fair.
Yes. So here's the thing. Like, I don't want to say, it's not fair because like it's so hard to figure out who the person is to begin with. Mm-hmm. The fact that you can go into a poker room and he looks like a 95-year-old man with a COVID mask on, a gray wig, and look at this shit.
And don't get me wrong, I think based off of the stipulations of the game, it's completely reasonable. And a 30K platinum pass is worth a lot.
Absolutely.
And also, if you know who it is and then this stuff happens, it's kind of like you're looking for something that doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I was when I saw all the disguises and all the wigs from that video that they put out, I was like, oh my God. There was a 0% chance I ever caught them.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, it's obviously the first time it got ran, like just the runner.
It's going to be so much better.
It's going to get better, and there's going to be improvements and stuff. It's never going to be perfect. But if it comes to suggestions that I personally have, if there is enough, call it clues, evidence, where you think you know who the person is, it's hard enough to even know where they are, too.
Yeah, of course. And not only that, you only have an hour to get them up, to get them.
So there's got to be some form of either things that incentivize to runner to give out more information, in the sense of some bonuses of if you give like the first letter of your name.
To be honest with you, I think that the clues and all that were great, actually. I don't think that's any issue at all. I think actually he wrote a fucking novel.
It was great.
Like, it was a beauty. It was honestly a work of art what happened. But like, and I don't think, I'm sorry, I take that back. He would have got caught in the last 48 hours for sure. If
people knew who he was and he was at the Wynn and stuff and only played for an hour, maybe he would have got caught, maybe not, right? Because it's just a matter of he didn't have to play at the Wynn.
Well, see, I'm quite curious if he did have to play at the Wynn.
Probably not. He could play. Like,
probably not.
Rules-wise, right? He could be anywhere he wants. Just has to play for an hour.
Yeah, I'm just curious if like there was any stipulations in the bottom, like the last day, because he did have to play for 4 days, and like there could be a stipulation that they asked him to play at a certain casino.
Maybe.
I guess we
don't know the.
So like we really don't know that because he was at the Wynn.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that's not the smartest place for you to be.
Was he, if he has a disguise of a 90-year-old man? You know?
Yeah, I know.
And it's not like a shot, right? It's just within the rules and regulations of the game.
No, of course.
But it is one of those things where if you know who it is and you know kind of an idea what they look like, and then they're just disguised up everywhere, how are you supposed to go up to something that you think exists but actually doesn't, based off of what's going on?
Yeah, I started thinking about it and I was like, man. There was literally 0% chance. Like I could have known it was slow poker months ago.
I think if the runner gets to wear disguises, he will never lose.
Yeah, no, it's not close.
Yeah, right.
Unless it's me.
I didn't even know this existed till I got interviewed. And by then it was just too late. But a pretty sick thing that they did. Really fun.
It was so cool. Like you should go back and like go through the poker.org website and you can see like all the clues and stuff like that. And then you can like see where they went. It's really cool. I can't wait for them to come out with like a wrap up on how everything happened.
Yeah.
But I have a detective, you know. My detective put a lot of work in. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you know, we kind of wrote off slow poker week 1, but
hey man,
you know,
that's what happens.
It happens. It's not like we would have found them.
No.
Yeah,
check every masked person in the whole city.
I feel like I would have to walk up to people and just start pulling faces. Hey, does this move?
You have to violate people to get that platinum pass.
Yeah, you're gonna upset some old men with the wigs and fake hair on.
Speaking of that, my deepest condolences to everybody that I stalked over the past 2 weeks. Everybody that I know where you live, what I know what your living room looks like. I'm very sorry. Somebody put me up to this. It wasn't me. It really wasn't. It was poker.org. You know, they put me up to it. They told me to look in everybody's living room to find out if they're home and if they're the runner. And that's what I did. I did my job. Don't be mad at me. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it to you guys. So, last night was the Ladies Championship.
Yeah.
It was.
You were commentating, right?
Yes, I got to commentate.
Sweet. Who'd you commentate with?
Melissa.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was fun. It was a surreal experience because, like, I started out my poker journey like watching the WPT and seeing these commentators on TV, and then I was in the booth doing it, and it was such a surreal experience. Super cool.
And this is only your second time commentating?
Second time. I might have found my new calling in life.
Okay.
Screw poker. I'm just going to commentate.
How long have you been like in the poker journey stuff? Because WPT on the TV is a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I used to watch, like in college, I would watch and kind of didn't really know anything about poker at that time, but thought it was fascinating, but really not been on a serious poker journey until about like the last 4.
Nice.
Okay. Well, shout out to all the ladies that were at the final table of the main event.
There was some poker being played on that final table.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard it was popping.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun to commentate because these ladies like put up a fight. There's a lot of chips moving around too. Even Dusty, who came into the final table with 17 big blinds, navigated her way to 3rd place finish, and yeah, it was fun. Olga really impressed a lot of people at that final table, and honestly was probably the best player left on that final table. Ended up getting 2nd.
Jamie, she got what, 6th?
Yeah, she went out.
Our
5th
girl,
or 6th.
Jamie Kerstetter, did get 6th.
Yep.
Oh my God!
What's the matter?
I have a stick with her face on it, and I left it in the car. I'm so sad.
Tomorrow.
Well, congrats, Lena, for winning
Absolutely.
the ladies' event. She collected, I believe it was $105,000.
Nice.
105. Yep.
Woo! That's super cool. How big? So, what was the prize pool? Do we know?
I think it was a
So,
200K guarantee.
It was a 200K
But I think it
guarantee,
smashed.
and they absolutely smashed it in the first like level of registration. Like
So
there's
awesome.
200 people already, and I was putting out bets of like how many people would show up, and I was saying like 300 maybe with
Okay.
rebuys. Nope, over 500 people.
Wow.
So
Incredible.
sick.
It was incredible. I am literally so excited for next year. I already can't wait. Like it was such a fun
I
experience.
mean, you and me both. This
Yeah.
series was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, incredible.
It's really cool how WPT came out for the ladies, and like they put their money where their mouth is, kind of.
Yeah.
Put up the biggest guarantees for ladies. They did a meetup game. They did a lot of things.
A
And,
lot of things.
And
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, they did like the ladies cash game live stream. I
Yep.
got to commentate on the first couple days I was there. I actually flew in early to commentate that, which was awesome.
Sweet.
And then the ladies event, we had a meetup game. We had all kinds of stuff. So
How did the commentating gig come up in the first place?
Jamie actually, he asked me if I would want to do it, and I said yes, even though I really was itching to play in the game, because that was like, I mean, what a legendary lineup they had. They had Farrah Galfon, they had like Jamie and Schwan and all these like players that I look up to.
That's the only problem with commentating, right? Is you can't be in the game.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you're
So there was a
commentating.
seat that opened up, but at that time, honestly, commentating is really exhausting. So I was tired at
bet,
that
yeah.
point and didn't want to jump in at that point. But yeah, so Jamie reached out to me, asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, of course, yes. To me, it was like such an honor and a surreal experience. So
Yeah.
I'll never forget this week for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't think any of us will.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like this was the start of something.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to commentate on the inaugural season, like the first ever, WPT series.
Yeah.
Yeah, the series has been crazy. Even the 3K. The 3K was a 500K guarantee.
Yeah.
First was 445.
First was almost the guarantee for the
Wait,
entire
first was
tournament.
445?
Yeah.
That's
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
sick.
absurd. How many runners did he get?
No idea. But a lot.
I saw it last night. They got 115 for the 1 day 10K.
They got like 140.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was 140. You're right.
145
Yeah.
or something.
144.
Cherish got second. Shout out to Cherish.
Shout out to Cherish.
And then the last event's today, the 1100.
The last
Yeah,
event is the 1100 one
200K
day.
guarantee, which I'm sure they'll smash.
So there's an 1100 one day, and then there's a 600 tag team bomb pot.
What?
Oh, wow.
Excuse me?
There's a what?
That
How many
sounds
people
fun.
can be on my team?
Why
One.
didn't I know about this?
One?
It's a tag team. You
Yeah, I
get
don't
one
know.
person.
All
Like
right.
WWE. Bomb pot style. Betting one big blind everywhere.
All right, we're not taking Tortoise.
What?
Sorry, Tort. Not taking Guapo.
Stop.
Sorry,
Guap,
Guap.
maybe Guapo and I will just get together and win this thing.
Well, I mean, you guys do what you do, baby. Do what you do.
Another C squared.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. So this WPT World Championship, I don't know what to call it. It's beyond of success.
Yeah, the whole
Beyond.
series has been ridiculous.
Absolutely beyond. Like, so this final table, by the way, this final table is pretty stacked.
Pretty stacked.
Bro.
Pretty
It is.
stacked.
I am stoked. My boy from Arizona, one of the best crushers I know, navigated his way. He's guaranteed. He's locked up a milli. I
Nice.
believe he's like 5th or 4th
God
in chips
damn it,
now.
I hope. Oh, it's Colton. Okay.
Colton
Okay.
Bomber, dude, the guy is just a crusher, and
He really is.
he is so deserving of this, and he's just such a nice guy. I'm so excited for him.
Shout
Yeah,
out-
he's pretty awesome. I like him.
Shout out to Frankie Fu, my guy.
I like Frankie Fu. Let's go.
Frankie Fu. Benny Glazer has all of the chips, 6-handed.
So sick.
Benny
All
Glaser.
of the chips is an understatement. He
I
has
actually-
83 big blinds. Second has 51 big blinds. Third has 17. Fourth, 13.
Yeah.
Fifth, 12. And sixth is coming in with 9 big blinds.
These are, this is one of those spots that you dream of. where
Dream is, oh my
Beyond
God.
dream, right?
Beyond the dream, right?
You
Dream
basically,
is an understatement.
you basically get to just shovel chips in the pot and not care what happens, because if the short stack doubles, the pressure is still there. Short stacks out, sick, you ladder, and you probably have more chips because you're the person that knocked him out, and everyone else kind of has to wait for the guy that's in last to lose.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a really sick spot when first is 4 milli.
I mean,
So sick.
Benny's just going to have the time of his life. Like,
Yeah.
you just have the time of your life. It's just raise, all in, raise, all in.
You think there's raises? It's a lot of all-ins.
Yeah, just straight all in. You're right. So,
Yeah.
depending on where the seating
So
assignment
fun
is.
fact, I played with Colton 2019 main event day 3, and there's an infamous hand that our viewers know, and it's why I'm the tortoise, because I folded queens on the bubble, like with like 10 big blinds, and it was to Colton.
Oh,
He
wow.
opened, he had piles of chips, and he opened, and I was like right next to him, like queens. I'm like, oh, it's a stupid spot. Like I know, like if I just fold like 2 more hands, if we're gonna make the money, we're like,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just
You're
like,
hurting Landon really
I know.
bad.
Colton, please let us know what you had.
Landon, I won an $80 all-in on satellite on WSOP
I know.
to win that, right? So it's $80 to win, you know, 15,000. I mean, I think the ICM is correct there to fold queens.
Well, considering
Oh,
it's a
no.
10K tournament, it's not the $80.
No, it is. That's how I think about it.
Tortoise ICM.
Yeah, Tortoise ICM. I had almost all of myself in it.
Yeah.
Think I wasn't gonna cash? Get the
I
hell
get
outta
it.
here.
There's a difference between what like theoretically is like ROI, like the theoretical ROI, and the practical real life dollars ROI, right? Because this 10K doesn't run every week.
Right.
Like call it even the main and then
Exactly.
call it this championship,
Yeah.
right? There's 2 a year, where now you'd only get to play if you're lucky.
Isn't it sick though
probably
that there's now 2 a year? Because
Yes.
it was the main.
There
event,
needs to be
but
more
now
a
this
year.
Is going to be I always used to think like, wow, I wish there was more than like 1 main event a year. Now
Well,
we're kind of
now-
we're getting one that's getting close to.
There's going to be this WPT championship that I think is going to be at the end of the year. That they're going to run again after the success that it's been.
For sure.
And there's also Win Millions, which is also a very good 10K as well. So it looks like I want to get to the point where every quarter there's a 10K where like first is like $1.5 million
Yeah,
at
2
least,
million,
you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, the ecosystem needs to heal, because you can't just fire off 10Ks like it's
Right.
nothing.
Right.
Because the amount of money in this
Don't
one
wanna
is
overextend.
28.5, right?
Yes, right.
Which is ridiculous in a good way.
Yeah.
But-
Speaking of ICM, Landon, what
Uh,
do you do? What do you do with deuces on the button when you get when you get 3-bet?
Deuces on the button with 35s a fold.
Wow.
If
Just
you
a
get
straight
3-bet
up fold, huh?
If
Really
you get
think
3-bet,
so,
deuces like the jam with unblocking properties.
R.I.P.
Wait,
Negreanu.
wait, what are we talking about?
Talking about Negreanu's last hand. Very unfortunate how it ended.
All in.
Got the deuces full, 10s.
All.
There's kings. It's up against 4 outs. You seen this, Ash?
Oh, no. He said, I felt it in my bones.
I saw the clip, but I didn't know what happened. So Negreanu flopped a set of deuces.
Got the
up,
set
and
of
then
deuces. I
and
think it was
got
like,
rivered.
yeah, it was like 10-4 deuce, turn 10. They got it all in.
Oh my goodness.
So allegedly open, big blind 3-bet, Daniel call, flop, bet, call, turn, all in, call. Obviously post flop is fine.
King ball,
Pre-flop,
river.
yeah. King ball, river, felt it in his bones. I think we've all had that feeling.
All the
when-
time. Every time I lose a pot.
And I think the feeling is just preparation for what is possible. Where it's obviously like when the bad result happens.
But it does happen. Almost every time you get that chill.
It happens almost every time. He did win the super high roller for $3 million, right?
He'll be
No,
okay.
no.
Yeah,
He's
he's
talking
gonna be
about the chill, the bones, the feeling when you're about to lose that hand. And you're just like, look, fuck, this doesn't, like, why don't I feel good here?
Kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like you think it's gonna happen. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. But when it does happen, you're like, I knew it.
We were talking
Most
about this
times it
yesterday.
won't.
That's why Berkey busted all tournaments. He manifests the wrong thing.
Yep.
Damn it, Berkey.
It's all about manifesting. Honestly, you might get a believer in me at some point. Math might be a lie.
I mean,
Oh shit, he's coming around.
I'm not.
Yo,
I think there's
I mean,
something to it. There's got to be something to it.
What could it
But-
be?
But it's
Landon walked around the Wynn and Encore last night in Max Copium. He was just walking around. He's just like, maybe it's all a lie. Maybe it's just all a lie.
No, that wasn't me. Johan and I were busy trying to quell the downswing of our friends, where we are talking about the idea of some things that are like theoretically rather insane, but just kind of work out, where it's sort of suicide in some spots. But when it works, you look like a genius. And is there something to that? Friend and I are like, no, that's just coping. They're like, maybe there's something here. So it's this in between as to how do you quantify something that you know is incorrect.
right.
It's a tough in between, but yeah, when it comes to the deuces spot, #slave to the sim, fold pre. I love you, Daniel. You know
Fold
this.
pre.
You know this. I'm the one that's going to be serving fries at the burger joint with the ace-5 suited. I'm going to cat jam it in. But deuces, unblocking properties. It's likely you get called by big blind, and now you have to play post flop, where the machine does like to triple it off. But when you flop a set, you're dead. So
For what it's worth, according to the Apollo, you'll be at a pill mill.
sure. Listen, man, Ryan. I love you, Ryan. I love you, man.
I don't know what Ryan was doing the other day, but his girlfriend says, his wife says, if anybody sees Ryan without his wedding ring on, please call me.
Yeah.
I started dying laughing. So, Ash,
You die laughing over a lot of
mind
stuff.
your business. Congrats on winning a Saturday seat to the 10K.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
That was your first 10K, right?
That was my second 10K. I played the main.
Main, yeah, sorry, I played
Busted
the main,
end of
yeah.
day 2 and just a spot I didn't need, but it was a good spot, so I took it. So this was my second 10K, which was pretty freaking cool to say. I never thought I'd be just playing 10Ks. So.
I mean, how did it feel to play 10X over your average buy-in?
Dude, sick. And funny story, I was not even planning on playing a satellite, wasn't planning on playing the main at all. I came to play the ladies events, just a ton of ladies events.
You saw an 1,150 seat guarantee and you weren't planning on playing
I
it?
wasn't. And so funny story, on the bubble, it was like 8K for the person who gets knocked out, or, the rest of the players got the seat. So it was basically like the bubble, but we were guaranteed at least 8K at that point. The guy accidentally flipped over his hand. He has ace queen, I have ace 10. I was like, I'd rather take the 8K here, call it a day, And so I go all in, and of course I bing at 10. And in this satellite, it was a milestone satty. So if you get to 240,000 in chips, you automatically got the seat. So
Okay.
I was forced to take the seat. So I was like, well, my fate has been chosen. I have no choice at this point. So I jumped in and had a really rough day 1 and didn't even make it to the end of day 1. So
I mean, it happens.
Yeah,
I think we were about to go hand for hand. But yeah, incredible experience. I mean, to play a 10K, 15 million guarantees, pretty freaking.
Yeah,
it
gets double the guarantee,
Oh my gosh.
right?
The field was
4 million?
so
Yeah.
good.
Oh, at my table, like I had a great table, but my actual seat was terrible because I had the 2 most competent players to my left,
Yeah.
and they put it was a tough spot. Like if I was anywhere else on that table, I would have probably done very well.
Great to have the experience, though.
Oh,
right?
so sick.
Yeah.
I'm feeling more and more comfortable. Even just playing the main and knowing these longer structures, super deep stack, plenty of time. Like I came in just kind of knowing how it was going to feel.
Yeah.
These longer structures are so comfortable.
Oh, it's sick.
And I'm a person of quick shit. Like,
Yeah.
let's
You're not
go-
like the tortoise, right?
No, I'm no tortoise or nothing.
You're the hare.
I am the hare when it comes down to it. But these 90-minute, 2 hours levels, they're a dream. They're an absolute dream.
I love the main event, man. I mean, and this is main event adjacent, and it's those structures are just wow. There's nothing like it.
And there's a lot
especially
of like scared money playing in it too. And like for me, I was free rolling, so I didn't really feel like the pressure of like, oh my gosh, this is $10,000 to me. It was like I had no choice but to
Yeah,
play this event.
right.
Did you feel like nervous? Like,
No, I
no.
didn't, which was good because I don't want to like I should just be indifferent, right?
Of
It's
course.
just play poker, play your hand.
smile, laugh.
Yeah.
How did you get to that place mentally with playing very few 10Ks? Because I know most people, when they play 10Ks, they're like, oh no, it's a 10K, it's a lot of money.
Because I've realized now if it's most beneficial to me if I play my game and not think about that, right? Like if I take that into consideration, it's going to skew my decisions and therefore I won't make the most profitable decisions.
Yeah.
Therefore, that does not do me any good. Like that's no service to me.
With knowing
great mindset,
the
yeah.
way that you feel, like being indifferent yourself, how do you change your decisions based off of knowing that the player pool does not think that way for the most part?
I mean, I think like you could just take massive advantage of people, right? Like there's so much scared money. For example, I was playing in the main, I kid you not, lady limps under the gun, I raise with ace queen, flop is queen high rainbow, super dry board. I literally bet 3 streets of value. She has pocket queens. Like she wasn't trying to trap. She was that scared of like getting involved in a massive pot.
Some people fold queens with 10 blinds on the bubble.
Yeah, some to my left.
Hey,
Like-
Colin, can you please tell us what you had in 2019 main event
I
on
think
the
he told
bubble?
me. I think he told me.
He'll
he had
probably
ace
know, to be
10.
honest.
He told me he had ace 10,
That makes sense.
and he said he was going to call.
And he was going to hit an ace
Or-
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
'cause
drawing dead.
the ace is always coming, and
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
you're
literally
never
dead.
lucky.
I couldn't live with myself.
You had queens,
just
right?
Got it in and then just torched $15,000. I was.
You had queens, right? Queens?
Yeah.
The ace magnets?
Yeah.
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 I understand.
Anything that's a pair when there's an ace over it is an ace magnet.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
I was like,
Oh, man.
does this work? Is queens, can they be the ace magnet too?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, I guess
Kings,
deuces are the
aces.
ace magnet too, right?
Yep.
Might as well
No,
use it for
deuces
all.
are the king's magnet. Ask Daniel.
Man.
Sorry, Daniel.
You
I'm
just got
kidding.
ching, ching, ching by the tortoise. Ching, ching. That was great. So for your commentary gig, like, do you think that vlogging helped you, like,
Yes,
get in there?
immensely, because I kind of know what I can talk about with hands and what's going on to a level where like beginners or people who are so experienced can relate, but also not get like start talking like combos and blockers and all this shit. Just like make it more relatable. So I think vlogging, like being like recording my voice on the regular, doing voiceovers, stuff like that has really helped me as in the commentary for sure. Like I was more fluid at it than I thought I would be, and being in front of the camera and doing those things I think really, really did help me for sure.
Ooh, cool. So like the poker world knows you as a vlogger, right?
Yeah.
But like before this, you were athlete, musician, audio engineer. I just found out. What do you love the most?
I love life. I
Okay.
love life. I like a
great.
lot of things. Like I have so many passions in life. Literally, like I'm a gamer. Like I'm a freaking nerd. Like I love like
What games?
Warzone right now.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've been-
She's playing with Rampage all the time.
Yeah, no, me and Rampage. Rampage is so good. It's annoying. Like he's so good. Like how is he just running so good in life? But anyway,
That's where all
He
the
killed me
run good
5
goes.
times the other night.
like he sucked all the like vlogger run good out of the world. And just he has
Took it all and ran with it.
Yeah, but yeah, so I was a musician, born and raised in a musical family. My dad owned a music store, so I was around music a lot. And then
What instrument?
piano. I play
Piano.
piano. I play
Wow.
drums, guitar, bass, but mostly
You play.
piano.
You have like a knack
Yeah,
for
and
music
I play by
in general.
ear, so I don't even read notes or
Oh,
anything.
wow.
Yeah, I can't read music, but I
Yeah,
write
yeah.
a lot.
I can't read words.
We
Or
know.
type them.
So yeah, then in high school, or actually in junior high, I kind of found this like crazy love for basketball. And I was the type of person, like whatever I do, I'm like all in to the point where it's like an obsession. And so basketball became my life, and played in college, coached college, was a touring musician for a while. And then my dad retired, so I was kind of working for him, had to figure out what the hell I was going to do with my life.
Okay.
I was already making like more hourly playing poker part-time than at my job that my dad was paying me for.
How did you find poker?
Yeah.
Yeah, in college we had these team game nights and for bonding, and our coach taught us. I don't know why he's teaching us not to gamble, but he did. And we played poker, and I fell in love with it. and I started playing on full tilt a little bit, and then lost a bunch of money. Like, at the time, it was a lot. It was probably like $100 or $2.
Can you quantify what made poker fun to you?
Yeah, I actually was watching probably like a WPT or WSOP thing, and Greg Mueller, who's actually a friend of mine now.
I was playing with him the other day.
Yeah, love him. He's been a great mentor to me in a lot of ways. But he was being interviewed at the WSOP, and he was talking about being a ex hockey player. He's a pro athlete,
Yep.
and he said, "This is a way for me to fuel my competitiveness and still have that like competition aspect to his life. But obviously, he can't like play hockey like he used to. I can't play basketball like I used to."
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, like this is competitive. Like you can have an edge, you can outthink people, you can outsmart people, and you can work hard at it and get better at it. And to me, it like, I totally related to the athlete part of it. And
We see that a lot, right? Richard Seymour was, we saw him in the
Yep.
main event. Like,
Calais
I see a lot
Campbell.
of like ex-athletes that like get into poker because it fuels that competitiveness.
yeah, and
Sure.
for me, it was just, I loved that aspect of it. I grew up playing basketball where you're trained to be disciplined and work hard, and all those things totally funnel into being a good poker player.
It really is a great influx between competition and finance, where you can make money for making good decisions, as
Exactly.
well as be competitive, where you feel like you're not wasting your time.
Exactly.
Because nobody wants to go play Monopoly for X amount of hours for free,
Yeah.
right? But now you put a prize pool and a buy-in for a tournament where you can win a bunch of money and feel that competitive rush.
Yeah.
Now you have a wonderful game that's in between the art and the science.
Yeah, like everyone
Yep.
dreams of like being able to play a game for a living, or play a sport for a living, and a lot of people, most people, that they're limited by their physical abilities to actually
Exactly.
be a professional athlete. But in poker,
It's
anybody with a
anybody's
brain
game.
can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who has a brain can play.
Guys. I saw people without brains playing. All right, so you don't need a brain to play poker.
Right, exactly.
I can tell you that right now.
That helps the people
point.
with the brains to make money.
Yeah, sometimes. So what do you think, like, from all your talents, what do you think you had the most upside from? Like, being a basketball player, musician, like, where do you think you had the highest ceiling?
I was an all-American college basketball player, bro.
That's
Where did you play?
sick.
Where did you play?
Southwestern.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was my love, it was my passion. I thought I would never leave the game. I thought I'd go on to coach. I wanted to be like a big college coach, or I was actually training to play overseas, and then I got injured.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I started coaching.
What type of injury?
I like was playing in this old lady league, I call it. Like
Oh,
it was
no.
just this summer league. I was trying to
Not
stay
the
in shape.
old lady league.
Yeah, I went up for a shot. This girl, like, basically my shoulder popped out
Okay.
and tore. And yeah, so that, and then, I mean, yeah, I miss basketball a lot. It was a huge part of my life.
I got you. So you said you coached. Where did you coach at?
Same college.
Oh,
I
okay.
stayed on to coach there, yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. That's a good feeling. You play for there, and then they want you to come coach for them.
Right, and it's so rewarding and fulfilling, and same with like playing in a band, like you're creating music and stuff like that. And so when I went into poker, I did struggle at the beginning to like find it to be purposeful, because it's a selfish sport. You're there to take people's money. It's not
Zero-sum game.
right. Like, so I was really missing that. Like, I didn't realize how much playing basketball, coaching basketball, like fulfilled me, right? You make a 3-pointer, people cheer for you. You feel good, right? Like, yeah, I can win a pot in poker, but it's not the same camaraderie. You're in a band, you have camaraderie, you have a team, you have camaraderie. So for me, I was kind of missing something. when
Next
I
time
started
I'll be
playing
there
poker.
for you when you win a pot. Yay,
Thank you.
Ashley.
Yeah, I need fans.
The cheering I get when I win a pot, it's like, you suck. And I'm just like, yes, I love this.
Is that why you enjoy the content space? Because it can be a plus EV situation where it's not a zero-sum take-all kind of
Exactly,
game.
100%. And I was also kind of missing that creative aspect that I had, just being a musician. So yes, exactly. You said it perfectly. Like, it gave me something where I felt like I was giving back, and people are watching something that they enjoy, and they are, appreciative, and they show, they so many like encouraging things about it. That's been really rewarding.
Right. And from the stuff that you've been doing and the support you've been getting, you're also able to have the opportunities that you have, like commentating for the WPT, where if you aren't doing the content stuff and being somebody in the industry, you don't get the call.
Exactly. A lot of amazing opportunities have come from being a content creator, like a ton of them. Like became a sponsored pro with Poker Bros and, you know, just the WPT stuff and just everything has been here on the pod.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome to the
you.
Only Friends podcast.
Let's go.
I heard you're a big fan of Tony Horton and the P90X series.
P90X, yeah. Shit, I did that for like 10 years.
10
man.
years?
Yeah.
Did you do like the original one, or because there's like a P90X, there's P90X2, and then
So
now
I
it's, like,
mostly
3?
just did the P90X, but I did start out with just P90.
Oh,
way back.
that was wow. That was
I think I was
yeah.
in high school when that came
Yeah,
out.
What
actually.
was
That
the
was like the first
difference between P90 and P90X?
What is different?
What is different?
Yeah, so there's just basically more like weightlifting exercises
Mm-hmm.
and then also like higher intensity cardio.
Yeah.
But at one point when I was in the best shape of my life, ironically right after college, I was doing P90X and Insanity at the same time.
Insanity is
And
insane.
Landon,
It is
speaking
crazy.
of like, you know, dunking and stuff, I'm 5'2", and I was touching the backboard.
Really?
That's how good my hops got.
I need your hops.
Yeah,
If I had your
you
hops,
do.
I'd be
That's
doing
pretty high.
360s and shit.
yeah.
That's pretty high.
How tall are
crazy.
you?
5'2".
What's the bottom of a backboard? Like
9.5.
9.5, maybe?
Probably.
I was like touching it. I think once I actually grazed it, which was pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
That was like a moment of fulfillment.
And
You
I
were
wish I
so
could get
happy.
back there. I wish I could. I wish I was in shape
Do
like
you
that.
want to make a jumping bet with me like that did?
Like a vertical bet?
No, you have a
Yeah,
higher
I would-
vertical
I
than
would
me,
crush- I would
probably.
crush
Yeah,
you.
you would crush me. Matt, on the other hand, would not. Matt's having a hard
You're
time
getting
keeping
close,
his stomach from the
Landon. You are getting
cookies.
close.
Yeah, so
All I've been seeing Matt do is eat cookies the last couple days, by the way.
He ate a lot of Landon's cookies. Landon is
slacking,
not
then.
happy, and not Landon's cookies for himself. Landon's cookies for other people.
yeah.
Well, he
I
also
don't
ate
wanna-
the cookies
I
at
don't
the
want to
party.
throw it out there that you're like, you know, sitting at home eating a bunch of cookies. I
He
don't want
also ate
people
the cookies
thinking
at the
that.
party.
Wait, did you make these cookies?
No, my mom did.
Oh,
so
even
my
better.
mom makes cookies, and if you want cookies, find my mom on Instagram.
They were really cool. They were like chess pieces.
What's Mom's
Yeah.
Instagram?
Little Kitchen Cookie Co.
There you go.
Little
Awesome.
Kitchen
Shout out.
Cookie.
Oh, the company.
right?
Okay, Little Kitchen Cookie Co.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Mama
Marnie.
Dukes.
Mom, I love you, mom.
Go order some cookies. Love you, Mom.
They're really good. They're like they're shortbread cookies, and she got this new printer, so you can like print some stuff on
Oh,
the
sick.
cookies. So she made some Solve for Why ones too.
Awesome.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. So for academies, there'll be my mom's cookies.
Oh, perfect.
No more lunch, guys. You guys get cookies
No more
from
lunch. You get
Landon's
cookies
mom.
only. We love fitness and cookies.
So I have a couple questions for you, Ash. So you were on a band. You were in a band, and you did some touring. Did you play poker at this time? Were you rounding casinos and stuff?
Oh, very rarely.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually playing more online when I had the chance, but yeah, I didn't really play in a casino till about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I played in a band like over 10 years ago.
What's the name of the band?
Yes.
I don't want people to be able to find these videos.
Oh no, we definitely want to look this up.
that, so I was in a couple bands, but one of them that was really cool actually.
We
is
want the
called-
one that you don't want the name.
We still have music out on Spotify, so it's embarrassing. It's called Riverside Cathedral, which I thought the name was pretty sick.
That is cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and we were gypsy jazz bands. So, like I actually played the piano and the drum with my foot at the same time.
Wow.
And our lead guy, he played like the violin.
Piano and
the-
a drum with your foot.
Yeah.
So piano and drum.
something like that.
Like
yeah,
like that?
except my foot wasn't on the piano. It was
She was
on
playing
the
the drums with the with her
gotcha.
foot.
All right.
Piano, she's using her fingers.
So it was just 3 of us, and like it was fun.
Conrad made it seem like you're playing the piano with your hands and one foot and using your drums with the other foot.
So
Very talented.
when did you decide to take poker more seriously, like thinking it could potentially be something in the future?
I think like 1-2 games were so soft at my casino that I like had a really good hourly rate, and I was winning like more than I was at my job working for my dad, like hourly. I was like, okay, we can give this a shot. And my dad decided to retire, and I was kind of done with coaching. My band wasn't really taking off. Of course, it's just hard to make it in the music industry
Of
in
course.
general. So I was like, all right, let's try this poker thing out. I was terrible. I mean, I'm still like terrible in
Me
the
too,
grand
don't
scheme
worry.
of things. I mean, most people are, right? But yeah, that's kind of how it started. And yeah, it's all been a blur. I mean, actually, like Solve for Why and Matt Berkey, like literally has a huge part to do, like why I am where I am.
Fausto coaches you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
freaking guy.
That's
Yeah.
just a man.
Fausto is great. He made a nice run in the main as
Dude,
well.
he's been crushing like back
He does.
at
He
Commerce.
crushes everything he touches.
He's been
I
like
swear.
final tabling every like Commerce tournament lately. I've seen.
Yeah.
Sure, I feel like I need to start getting
he's
some
really
pieces.
Good. Yeah.
Fausto, hit me up. I need some pieces.
He won't sell. You know, he's like, nah, fuck y'all. I'm
No, I
taking all
know.
my action.
That's the thing too. I had a little piece of Corey. Like, I'm just gonna start buying pieces of good players. And I'm gonna
Shout
sit
out to
back
Corey.
And just
That's right.
shout out
That's
to
right.
Shout out to
Corey.
my boy Corey.
That's right.
He got 24th in the main
24th.
event for 144 racks.
Corgasm.
The Corgasm. You know, he did it.
There he is.
Pretty sick.
Look at him sitting
Yeah.
up there
Just
with
sitting-
D-Negs.
Cool as a cucumber.
Look at my dude getting it popping, man. Congrats, Corey.
Hell of a run,
Proud of
Corey.
you.
Hell of a run, man.
It's so crazy, like when it comes to trying to understand how variance works as to getting to that point, 24 left, limping ace king, getting ISO'd, 3-bet, 4-bet, he 5-bet jams it.
And it's over.
And he wins that flip. There's a very high potential that he just has like piles, still is at FT now with 6 left.
If he wins that flip, he would be third in chips at the final table today, I believe.
So
Stop.
sick.
Right.
Oh my
1, 2.
God.
He would be, yeah.
Oh,
It would be like between third and fourth in chips at the
That
final
hurts.
table with his,
My
with,
heart.
so bad.
with that
My heart.
stack.
That's
Like-
why you take those spots, right?
That stack is 16 big blinds at right now.
Yeah, that's why you take that right. Yeah.
It's just the inherent nature of tournaments, and also even with the 5-bet jam, if you get a fold pre, it's worth so
Yeah.
much.
Either way,
you
you're
know?
just like in a good spot.
and
And for Corey's sake, I'll let everybody know he did not go into the tank as the update
reporting
said. He was
said.
he was
very adamant about
He
that in the
said,
chat.
I said, okay, insert chip.
right.
That's about how long it took.
They said Corey tanked?
Yeah, it said he went deep into the tank.
by
He's
deep,
like,
in
I
the,
didn't go deep
by
into
deep
the
into the tank, he probably thought about like just taking as much time as seemed reasonable,
Right.
not in the sense of let's just turbo jam infinite with
Right.
ace king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what color is the sky today? Oh, it's blue. I'm all in.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to just tank for certain situations, right? You can't just snap act,
Right.
Because then you sort of
course.
give away too much.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
In that regard.
Ashley, do you mostly play cash or tournaments?
My heart is in tournaments, but for my vlog, yeah, for my vlog, I like to play a lot of cash games. That's what like most of the viewers want to see. So, my heart is definitely in tournaments. So, unfortunately,
No, not
Yeah.
unfortunately. These things are
They're
fucking
great. They're fun.
They're so
They're
much
so-
fun.
They're
Oh,
fun.
I
There's a
mean-
lot of heartbreak. You get both sides, right?
of course.
Yeah, and that's what makes the
it
glory
used-
when you win. It makes
Yeah,
it
I used to put so
better.
much weight into every single tournament to the point where like I get really defeated if I lost. But
This is why Chin doesn't play tournaments.
Yeah.
but I've come to realize like literally like it's just how it is. Like you're gonna bust a lot, and
Right.
I'm actually like as I'm getting better and improving, I'm busting more, which is like my ROI was way too high, like
Yeah.
or my win percentage was way too high
Had
because
to bring it down
I
some.
was min cashing a lot, and that's like a problem. So just trying to get better.
Not for the tortoise. It's
What
not.
a kerfuffle.
Listen.
What's that word?
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle? What a kerfuffle.
That is a kerfuffle.
Like, you it's like min cashing kind of stinks.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of stinks.
Like back in the day, min cash was everything to me, though, right? Like you're trying to build your bankroll. You know, I buy into a $400 tournament and I cash out with 1,000. Like that was like huge. But I realized like fuck the 400. I'm going for the 40K up top. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how you make money in tournaments. You don't make money by in cash.
I'm so
You're
indifferent
gonna bust
now.
so many of them, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna bust 75% of them without cashing. So
Speak for yourself. I bust 82. What role did like vlogging play in you taking poker more seriously?
I didn't want to start a vlog because I didn't want to analyze hands because I had no idea what I was talking about.
So how the hell did it start?
Yeah. And no, how it started has everything to do with like Matt Berkey and Solve for Wives. What happened was I was during quarantine. I was kind of starting to stream poker,
Okay.
just for fun, kind of. And everyone was like, "Start a vlog," like Andrew Nini, "Start a vlog," Jamin, "Start a vlog." I'm like, no, like they're like the poker vlogging space needs you. Like you're a female. Like we don't have any like female poker vloggers. I was like, I can't do it, man. I just don't want to put myself out there like that. I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. Then Matt Berkey, I had thanked him one time just for the amazing content, the free Poker Out Loud content. He started following me back on Instagram. And one day he sends me a message. He's like, hey, a lady donated an anonymous scholarship to the Solve for
Oh, yeah, I
Why
remember
Academy.
this.
A $3,000 scholarship. And this is during quarantine. I wasn't making any money. Like it was a rough time. And he's like, our team deliberated and we decided like, you would be like the best fit for this. We feel like you have a passion for it. You want to get better. And I read it and I just started crying. I was like,
Aw.
yes, like this is everything. Like I was so hungry to get better at poker, like so hungry and wanted to improve. And so that opportunity gave me the confidence to start a vlog, because I now, even though I felt like I knew nothing about poker, at least I know something now that I've gone through this. And then I started like one-on-one sessions with Soto. And so from that, I felt confident enough to start the vlog.
Shout out to
awesome.
Linda. Linda,
Yeah.
you see what you did, Linda? You look what you
Anonymous. Anonymous.
Yeah, it's no longer anonymous.
No,
yeah,
Shout out to
she-
Linda.
Linda's the best. Listen, Linda's been one of our best,
I love
best
Linda.
customers, a good friend of ours, great friend of
Yeah.
Solve for Why, and she's just done a lot for us.
She ended
and
up telling me
community.
who she was.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and we actually ended up sitting side by side in the ladies event one time.
Really?
And I was
Awesome.
like, that was you. You know,
Yep.
of course I gave her a huge hug and we followed each other on Instagram.
Linda
became
is the
friends.
absolute best.
She's
Amazing
so
human
sweet.
being.
And
She's
yeah,
like the
that
nicest woman out
opportunity
there.
has like literally propelled like me sitting here today and just everything that's happened in my life lately. It's pretty cool.
That's so dope. So dope.
Cool.
Well,
it's interesting because in the sense of like poker zero sum game, right? From just the game perspective, but the people that you meet and the things that can sort of lead to other
Oh, it's
things
everything.
in general
Yeah,
do make it a positive EV situation,
exactly.
right? Because now here you are and inspiring others and
Yeah.
being able to have the platform.
Right. And like I wouldn't be like, yeah, it's just been incredible. Like you said, like the relationships you build, the opportunities that come from this has been everything.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought I would be where I am now.
Exactly. Same.
It's
you even had time. You haven't even had time to think.
no,
You're like 12.
yeah.
Yo, you actually talking about Jamin.
Yeah.
Do you know the dedication this man has to his vlogs?
Bro, it's insane.
No, I don't think you know though.
I mean,
I don't think you know. I really don't. So listen to this, Ashley. During the main this year, just now, the Wynn main, he showed up on every single break. He came every 90 minutes to film.
wow.
He didn't play at all. He just came every 90 minutes to film and act like he was there. I can't wait to see the footage that he put together. But yeah, you know.
I mean, the guy makes people into cartoons on his
Yep.
vlog. Like literally codes it himself. Like
Yeah.
he's a madman.
Yeah.
None of us in the vlogging space do what he does in terms of editing. None of us.
No, he's putting a lot of work in. I don't know how
I
I don't know how
believe it.
much he does, but I know he puts in
He
a
does
lot.
everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean those cartoons take a while. They just have to.
They
How
do.
long does a vlog take for you usually?
A good rule of thumb is for every minute of a vlog, like watch time, is about an hour of editing time. So
That sounds about
So
right,
if a
yeah.
vlog is 30 minutes, it's like 30 hours.
30 hours,
took-
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. What is your average vlog time?
15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, which is the sweet spot for vlogs.
And how
Like,
often do they come out? Just depends.
Once a week, every
Once a week?
Tuesday.
Every
We're
Tuesday.
Tuesday morning right now.
So you have a nice little set schedule.
I mean, I'm a slave to it, but yeah. I feel like I've become more of a content creator than a poker player lately, and so it's been this weird like balance between trying to get better at poker, improve, and put in hours versus like putting out content.
Yeah.
I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because like there's a part of me that really wants to like make a name for myself like as a really good player, but then the other part of it is like I'm just trying to put out content.
Yeah, right.
There's always the in
Balance.
between
Yeah.
of the strive for greatness and the aspect of strictly poker because it's so all encompassing and all consuming.
Yeah.
And then also trying to find yourself in these as a person of industry, right? Because now you're splitting your time. Where if you spent all of your time studying poker and putting all your energy there, the rate in which you'd improve would be faster by default.
Right.
But now that you're splitting time doing vlogs, recording content, taking other things out of your day in order to make things work, now you're inherently choosing to put some stuff on the back burner, which is okay. And I'm kind of in the same place too, where I love poker and I really want to be as good as I can, but I also like showing up here every day. And I also like the fitness aspect and also like doing other things in the community where from a pure poker perspective, it would be better for me to only worry about studying
Exactly.
and playing.
It's a super hard balance and something I'm still struggling with to try to, because like this week I realized, wow, I have a lot of leaks in my game and gaps and things I need to go back and study, but I've just been so gung-ho on like getting out a vlog every week that I've slacked off with the studying, and then I'll go to a point where I'm studying a lot and then my content is lacking.
Right.
So it is this weird balance.
Yeah. So now you're trying to find the in between. And honestly, there just kind of has to be an acceptance that this is the normal at the moment
Right.
until you make a decision that's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to strictly focus on poker. My content is going to take a backseat, and this is what I need to do.
Don't you feel like a sense of like you kind of get more, I feel like, when you're doing both. Like when you just like put yourself all into one thing, you kind of, I don't know, for me personally, I kind of get blurred for like, things get blurry. Like I feel like coming here, doing this, and if I go like decide to study or something, I feel like I'm fresh. Like
Kind of puts a little structure into your day.
yeah,
into,
it gives
like,
me
what
something
you're doing.
else. Like other people go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
people go to work for 8 hours a day and then study or something, like,
Yeah.
or go to school, whatever people do in their lives. You know, I feel like it's kind of refreshing doing something else.
It is. I'm a person who usually like throws myself 100% into something. So for me, having to like put these different buckets of things that I'm like fitness, content, studying poker, all these other things, like it's been a hard struggle. The biggest thing that's been the hardest thing to kind of give myself structure and to do all those things is the travel, because I've been traveling nonstop for the last about
exhausting.
5
It's
months.
very tough, yeah.
The hotels, and some of them don't have the type of gym I need to do my workout, and you know, like just all these little things.
You
Yeah.
do P90X right in the hotel room. What are you talking
can
about?
absolutely, yeah.
Well, when it comes to the having other things that are important, which I do think is super important, the rate of improvement when it comes to the thing that you're trying to master, being poker, will inherently go on the back burner and take longer time, right? Because now you're diverting your time. So if you need 10,000 hours to become a master of something, and you only study for 2 hours a day, and instead of studying for 6, where you do it correctly and efficiently of you wake up, you go to the gym, you study for 2 hours, you take a break, you eat, you come back, right? You're going to get better faster by studying longer, but now your time is not where it needs to be for content. So you kind of can't have it all at a max of 100, but you can have it all from a fulfillment type of standpoint where you have that balance that works for you.
Right.
Because balance isn't the same for everybody.
Right. And it all comes down to time. It's like, how much am I willing to sacrifice to delay the end goal, right? So
I've spent 2.5 years in my room, pre-fitness, pre-nothing, bunch of sadness and depression, escaped reality, thought that poker was the way to do it. And unfortunately, through making money in poker, you can put some things on the back burner. But I was so stunted emotionally and as a person because poker was all I cared about. But what I did gain from that was the skill set. Now I know heuristics, strategies, things of that nature where I have that sort of inherent baseline, call it advanced level of skill, to now the poker study's a little bit on the back burner and I have other things that are more important to me. But I had to delay that gratification because I didn't know that anything else was out there in the world.
Right.
But now I have that skill set that I don't need to fully dive in for 10 hours a day like I used to. I would 12 table for 12 hours, not leave my room, order delivery, have Netflix on the side, and live like that.
This happened with other things with you though, right? Like games and stuff like that.
I was a 100% like go-getter in that way when I was in high school. All I did was play video games for countless hours. I played COD so much. I'd get home from school, play COD till 4 a.m., go to school at 7:30. And I got my IB diploma, and I was fortunate enough to have like the level of intelligence to still make school work.
You got your what diploma?
IB diploma, it's an international baccalaureate.
Gotcha.
So there's a program where it's like higher level and standard level classes, and you have to
Understood.
get 24 points out of 45, and I got 27, and you have to write like an extended essay, and this is all stuff in high school. So I got all this stuff done with very minimal effort, just being fortunate and spending all of my time playing video games. And I played some basketball in high school, but I didn't really care, and I wasn't really that great, all intents and purposes. I wasn't in the gym like I was now. But I'm really happy that I went through all of these things, because when it comes to the future that I had in sports, near zero, right? That's just the reality of life. But now having the discipline, having the ability to go 100%, but also scale it back for the things that are important to me, I'm in such a good space mentally that I have all of these buckets of things that I prioritize
Right.
in their place.
Yeah, and I don't know you super personally, but I have watched your growth since, you first even joined like Solve for Why, and it's very apparent that you've kind of figured it out that you gotta like give more importance to certain things and not just like, you seem more well balanced, and more social and things like that. So it's very apparent, and just
Yeah, I was never a social person. I was very introverted in that regard, just because I had no self-confidence. I just did not like myself, honestly. And from there, it's easier to say, oh, I'm an introvert and I don't want to talk to people and I sit in my room and play video games all day. But once I found something I was passionate about and then found more confidence in myself, it becomes so much easier to be who I really feel like I am.
Yep.
Because one of the greatest things that someone ever told me from the podcast was, you are the same person that I met that I see on the podcast. And that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep. So on that note, do you guys know that there's another Poker Out Loud released today?
There is. That's right.
Every Monday.
Episode 15 is out today. You can go to solveforwhy.io, sign up for a 2-week free trial, check it out, along with we got 8 seasons now, so you can watch the past 7. This season is coming to a close. I believe we have 2 more episodes.
Oh, that's it.
2 more, and then we'll Berkey will start recording the On Second Thoughts, which is the sister show to Poker Out Loud, where he dives deep into certain spots from the show, and then we'll be on to season 9, hopefully.
Oh
I've
my
seen
God.
every single episode, some of them multiple times.
Awesome, that's great.
9 seasons of a show.
And
That's pretty dope.
I have to ask Landon this, why I have him here. Landon, I saw you on one of the Poker Out Louds, and you had a shirt on that said Tice Knits.
Correct.
So, and you were holding these stuffed animals in front of you, and I was like, is it because he's not like allowed to wear this shirt? Like, he's trying to hide something? Like, Landon, why did you have those stuffed animals the entire episode of that Poker
And
Out
you
Loud?
have them now.
I have them now
brought them
because
back.
we talked about this pre-production about these guys. I was just kind of fucking around, honestly.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, is there some reason to this, or is he just chilling? And
No.
you're just chilling.
There's never a reason why I do anything at all.
I'm like, is he doing like a promotion for a company? He's like holding these bears.
No, but it might be a good one for them. I should get paid for that. I'll invoice you.
Yeah. Free advertisement.
Guys, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, join, do what you do. Send us some love. We're here at the Only Friends podcast every single day, 5 days a week. Ash, thank you so much for rocking with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks
Ash.
for having me.
Where can we find the vlog?
Poker Face Ash on everything. So on YouTube, Poker Face Ash, Instagram, Poker Face Ash. So
Everyone
at
go
Twitter.
follow her, go watch the vlog.
Sweet. And don't forget, guys, head on over to DraftKings Casino app. Sign up using promo code FRIENDSPOD. When you make a $25 deposit, DraftKings will give you $50 in casino credits. That's code FRIENDS, FRIENDSPOD.
Very well done.
Only
Nice.
at DraftKings Casino. Link is in the description below. Thanks again for rocking with us, guys. It's been a pleasure. We will be back tomorrow. I don't know who's here, but somebody is here tomorrow. Does anybody know who's here tomorrow?
Not sure.
Somebody is here tomorrow. I don't remember right now. I'm very tired. And I have an 1100 to go win, all right?
Let's do it.
I have to go win this 1100. It's going to make me smile, and I'm going to have to go do it. Landon, are you coming with me?
I have to go sweat my boy Steven's song in the prime.
Landon's not winning the 1100. I'm winning the 1100. Bye, Landon. Bye, guys. Love you. Thanks for rocking with us.
Peace.